What's up, everybody, and welcome to the All NFL Disappointment Team. And we're going to do a little bit of a draft, and we're going to draft our All Disappointment NFL team for this past year, 2023. Who has just disappointed us, our hopes and dreams this past year? And we're going to give a little blurb, and we can't choose the same people. So that's how this is going to work. So hopefully he has a deep arsenal. Hopefully we kind of go separate ways. If not, we shall figure it out. But because Andre is my guest and older brother goes.
So, number one pick, and there's no debate about this. They even made a joke about it. When they signed Kirk Cousins about getting more targets. Kyle Pitts.
Ooh, okay. I like that. Okay. That's all you got? That's all you got? Yeah, I'm still hurting about Kyle Pitts, okay? I will never drop Kyle Pitts from any of my fantasy teams. Yeah, never will. Because this is the year. This is the year, damn it.
You put him in one game, he'll get you 8 points. And then the next game, like, oh, he heating up.
He is,
13 yards in the catch.
When he scored the touchdown, ooh-wee. Okay. That was a good one. Kyle Pitts, first-round pick. How about this first-round pick? I'm talking about a man who was ready to save a city, and he's not Spider-Man, but this is the same city. A man who came out with the American flag on 9/11 and was ready to take down the league in this new city. I'm talking about first overall pick goes to Aaron Rodgers and his Achilles tendon, because that thing cannot hold up to the pressure of what the New York Jets was putting on him this past season for him to be the savior. And so I'm going Aaron Rodgers for my first overall pick. Who you got in the second round?
The second round, this guy who was supposed to be the savior. He had a heater last year, like so much that they traded away not traded away, but didn't re-sign one of their feature established players that made that quarterback. Like, this player made that quarterback better, like literally.
Oh.
And they didn't sign this guy back because they said this guy was the new wave. Now he's on a different team. Tony Pollard. He's supposed to be the next big deal in Dallas, but he looked old. He looked slow. Like, he didn't look explosive. Like, I don't remember one game that he really got off.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two games, maybe. But he's playing for the Tennessee Titans now, and Dallas didn't re-sign him. So that's everything you need to know.
And Dallas re-signed Ezekiel Elliott.
And Dallas re-signed Ezekiel Elliott, who they let go originally because of Tony Pollard.
Gosh. Okay. That's a good one. Good second pick. I'm sticking with the quarterback route. I'm going with the guy that we paid so much fucking money. I'm talking about a guy who likes to indulge in pleasures outside of football. I'm talking about the guy who's, again, the pressure of trying to save a impoverished franchise. I'm talking about Deshaun Watson and his shoulder, because that damn thing, it seemed like he was fine. They say he got cleared to play, but then he didn't want to play. But he still said he still felt issues. And it was just a weird rigmarole around his shoulder last year. And it just felt like he didn't want to play. He just was collected his $60 million guaranteed, $63 million guaranteed last year. And again, he just hasn't been able to come back to that player that he was 2019, 2020, before he sat out that year. Hopefully this will be the year for the Cleveland Browns' sake, because, I mean, you can't really get out of this contract. So
that's true. You can,
at least for the next 2 years. So it's your turn. Third round pick.
Well, my third round pick. Oh man, he just got publicly shamed online.
Oh,
his lady just broke up with him or divorced him. Or however that situation went. and pretty much clowned him. This dude sucked. Had such high hope for him, especially the past year, which it kind of seems like he was made by Derek Carr. We're going to go with Darren Waller.
Darren Waller. What the? This man fumbled Kelsey Plumlee?
Oh, man, yes.
Come on, man.
He fumbled that and fumbled his career because he's an ass in New York.
He put the...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That meme went viral. So, yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, good third round pick. Okay, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna give you a twofer, but I'm gonna label as one because they both are like the same thing. It's like the Spider-Man meme. I'm gonna go with Cam Akers and Alexander Madison, all disappointment running backs for the Minnesota Vikings. Alexander Madison think, oh yeah, we got, we don't need Dalvin Cook no more. We got Dalvin Cook at home. Mm-hmm. And that brother's slow, not explosive, not good.
No. Yeah, he was massive.
Then, you know what? We're going to trade for Cam Akers. Okay, this is great. Cam Akers was great in LA. Mm-hmm. This dude was nice. Come back slow, not good, not explosive, a carbon copy of himself. Then McVay just have I don't know. McVay just hated this guy. He was trying to trade him last year, and he came back, and we was all surprised that Cam Akers was actually good. Maybe a system running back. But both of these guys just disappointing. You can't rely on them. And Minnesota desperately needed a running back to help. I mean, obviously, their passing attack was really good, and it helped. But then this is once Kirk got hurt, that shit was just. It was rough. It was rough. And so both these backs suck, and they just happened to – they were the same exact thing, nothing special, nothing good. And they were so bad, I have to lump them into one. Mm-hmm. All right, Dre, what is your fourth round pick?
Fourth round pick. I'm going to stick with running back because he was so awful. They put him on special teams. He went from starter this past year. He's started in 2022, 2023, and literally carried the team on his back in some games to them kicking him to special teams when he's healthy. I'm going with the Houston Texans, Damian Pierce.
Damn.
He was supposed to be the next best thing. He's supposed to have been that deal.
He was
this past year. He was the past year, and literally put him on his back and beat the Titans and put up over 200 something yards and touch. He was a beast, and then he just nothing now.
Damn, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I am very happy. I sold when he was very high in fantasy football. I got a first round pick from him at the end of his rookie year. So I definitely sold high because I don't think his value is going to be much now that Joe Mixon is going to be there. So. Yeah, that's tough. He actually took my fourth round pick, which is fine. It's fine. My fourth round pick is going to be Mr. Miles Sanders. Mr. Pay this running back. $6 million you wanted, $6 million, and the entire running back room they had last year for the Eagles would cost $6 million. I placed a wager, legally, of course, on Miles Sanders to have one receiving touchdown last season. And guess how many receiving touchdowns he ended up with last year? 0. This guy fucking stinks. And apparently they still are very high on him, but I think he's going to be falling down the depth chart now that Jonathan Brooks has been drafted for the Carolina Panthers. And then they also had Chuba Hubbard, who filled in nicely for them, but I still don't think he's the guy. I don't think he should be a RB1. And Miles Sanders, he's not, I don't know, he just wasn't the same person. He didn't look explosive. He didn't look fast and run through holes. I just don't know whether it was just a microcosm of the entire situation he was at in Carolina or what. But that brother is not good, and I don't know what the fuck happened to him last year. So he's not 4th round pick.
All right, so I'll go with yet another guy who is not on the team anymore. He was supposed to be that deal, like wide receiver 2, like borderline wide receiver 1, put up 200 something yards and 4 touchdowns in the playoffs, 6'5", like can jump over people. Like people started comparing him to Megatron.
Okay.
But this year he completely stunk, and he's on a different team now. My number 5 pick goes to Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis. What a stinker.
He was trending to be that deal and be that guy, but he just stunk. Luckily, I didn't have him in fantasy.
Oh my gosh! Like, I mean, it was like he sold the best fool's gold with these big 2 touchdown games, 3 touchdown games in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You think he's going to break out, and it's like incredible. And now this man's going to wear 0 in Jacksonville for the amount of points he's going to give somebody on a weekly basis because his brother stinks. It's just, it's insane. You know what? Here's my 5th round pick because you took one of mine, so I'm scrambling right now. But this one just popped up. My all disappointment team 5th round pick goes to Mr. Kenny Pickett. You thought you were a guy. You thought you was going to be the franchise guy in Pittsburgh. I'm him. You're not. And for the Steelers to do something they never truly do, they hold on to guys sometimes way too long to give you every single opportunity to succeed, especially you're young. They drafted you in the 1st round, so they want to make sure that 1st round pick is successful. They traded you. They got rid of your ass.
They got rid of him.
They was just like, you've been pouting because Mason Rudolph came in, who's been good, which is, I mean, good enough. I'll say that, good enough. And you were pouting like a little. And so you just, Mike Thomas had enough with you. And he went and turned his quarterback room into Russell Wilson and Justin Fields for however you want to look at it, right? Obviously, like Russell Wilson's on the back end of his career, but he has a lot to prove. Same with Justin Fields, who needs that nurturing, hopefully, to be able to get out of that situation in Chicago and hopefully flourish. Like, I think a lot of people want to see Justin Fields do well. I don't think he's a terrible quarterback, but it's just, I think he's just not consistent enough to be like, okay, we trust you. And there's a lot of times like you see, oh man, like you see him do like the spectacular. And like, this guy's awesome. These like back shoulder throws to DJ Moore, the back corner of the end zone. It's like, whoa, what a throw. And then the next play, you'd be like, you ran backwards and lose 10 yards on a scramble. You should just do this shit away. So it's just like, but Kenny Pickett, a guy, small hands, need help with his whopper. And I mean, he had moments, like obviously, like it was like with him, the narrative was about this offensive coordinator being so shitty. I mean, Fire Back Canada was one of the most popular things to shout all across the nation, not even just Pittsburgh. And obviously, the first game when Matt Canada fired, he throws for like 400 yards and he gets hurt. And then it's like, and then it wasn't great after once he came back, but then, dealing with the ankle injury. So, yeah, big disappointment for a 1st round pick. That year's looking really, really rough for quarterbacks. I think it was 2021 draft. So the only savior for that draft right now is going to be Sam Howell in Seattle. So, my honorable mention for all disappointment, I think I'm gonna give it to pause that. My honorable mention is going to be Deebo Samuel. I just think I just think that people gave this man too much hype for being, trying to be this guy that he really isn't. He is a gadget player, which is cool. We love gadgets. We bought this. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make waffles. Like I'm gonna make these paninis every day. But you know what happens? You throw them in the closet, and you forget about it. And then also you got a new toy that you can use, an air fryer, which is Brandon Ayuk. What you need to pay this man. Dude's an all-pro stud wide receiver. Pay that man. He can do everything you need him to do.
Yeah. Are you still going?
No, I'm good.
Let's say my honorable mention disappointment is going to be a twin pack.
Oh.
Same initials, same last name, BR.
Oh.
Both of them really sucked. Bijan Robinson and Brian Robinson.
Hey, yo, okay. Wait a minute now.
So Bijan, I mean, he had an awful coach who wouldn't let him cook.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucked on him, his part. It sucked on his part. That sucked on his part because he didn't get the opportunity to do so.
Right.
Because he literally sat him for no reason.
I saw that. I just saw a stat that said that when plays in the red zone, Bijan was on the field for throughout the whole season 25.4% of the time.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Like, we're going to run a ball all the way down the field. Now let's throw it. Like, or give it to Cordell Patterson.
Or give it to Tyler Algier.
Yeah.
They may got Boobie Miles.
Yeah. And Brian Robinson, you can attest to that watching the Redskins games. He definitely wasn't this year the impact player that he was supposed to be.
Listen, he made impacts, but they didn't run. Yes. If anybody needs to be on this damn list, it's Eric Bieniemy. Okay,
so same situation. And the coach jeopardized him,
which is crazy because he's a running back. Like he was a former running back coach, and like when he did make impact plays in the passing game as well. When he took a screen to the house,
yeah, he did in the passing game. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was a big touchdown machine. I want to say he ended with 9 touchdowns last year. And like whenever he gets the ball, like he makes things happen. It's just the fact that like we're giving this man 10 touches a game, if that. Like that shit is ridiculous. He had 178 attempts last year. That's not
low.
That's insane.
Low. He's number one back.
He is number one back, and I think and it kind of scares me with Austin Eckler coming in. What'd you say?
That's what I said. For number one back, that's crazy.
It is. He had 9 total touchdowns last year, 5 rushing, 4 receiving. Like, and that's with the minimum touches he's gotten. So if you double his workload, I mean, you can easily see like 20 touchdown season. And I'm hoping with this Cliff Kingsbury offense, where a guy like James Conner had 17 touchdowns rushing for the Cardinals under Cliff. I mean,
who's the starting quarterback going to be?
Starting quarterback?
Yeah.
For the Commanders?
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels?
Oh yeah. Cool. I've got about the draft.
But apparently we're comfortable starting Marcus Mariota.
Kingsbury's the
Cliff
OC?
Kingsbury is our offensive coordinator. We have Brian Johnson, former offensive coordinator from the Eagles on staff, as our passing game coordinator. We also have Anthony Lynn as a run game coordinator. So we got some guys in the building, which I'm excited to see how they develop Jaden.
Get Jaden in the weight room, and he'd be good.
Yeah, we'll get that man some hit him to a local takeout, get him some Momo sauce.
He's a little like Calaberry out there.
At least he can see over the line of scrimmage. That's what I mean.
That's true.
But yeah, that is our all disappointment NFL team. Let us know what you guys think. Who else would you put in your all disappointment team? Let us know down in the comments below. Make sure you are comment, and subscribing here at Hate to Pile On. Dre, you got any last words you want to say?
Well, man, thanks for having me, man. It's been a blast. It's been fun.
Heck yeah, man.
Definitely gotta try to get on here to do this more often.
For sure. All disappointment NBA coming up. We'll get some more people in here too as well, and we'll do a bigger list. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching again, and have a great rest of your day.